but you're the villain in this to these people, right? Right here, this crowd, the people who showed up here, I heard them boo you. What does that feel like?
It's cool. I've been booed before. Hey, listen, they can't fight for him, so it don't matter.
And when they say you're gonna run, what do you have to tell them?
I already said it before. Before we got here, I said, I'm gonna run upside his head.
So he's gonna run, but upside Canelo's head.
One for years, boxing fans have seen Canelo Alvarez as unbeatably modern legend making history. He's the king, the big star, the fighter no one seems able to beat. But Keith "one-time" Thurman has broken down not just Canelo's skills, but also the mindset of his opponents. According to him, Terence Crawford doesn't just have a chance, he has the exact plan to dethrone Canelo and cause one of the biggest upsets ever. Thurman says Canelo isn't unbeatable. His aura of invincibility comes less from his own dominance and more from his opponent's fear. The real question on fight night isn't what Canelo will already know. He'll fight with power and pressure. The key question is what his opponent will do. Are they there to win or just to survive?
Canelo Alvarez is not, was not, and will not ever be an unbeatable fighter. That's fine. None of us are really unbeatable, right? But people got to understand this. Canelo Alvarez is not an unbeatable fighter. The question is, whoever he's fighting, we don't question what Canelo's going to do, right? We question what his opponents are going to do, right? It's not even really about Canelo. Canelo's going to show up as Canelo Alvarez, right? Ginger boy. So the question is, are you going to beat him? And are you going to beat him today? Like when fight night happens, is it you and is it now? You ready to beat him now? He's not unbeatable. Maybe you can beat him, but are you going to do it? And are you going to do it now?
Thurman points to the Danny Jacobs fight as proof. With Jacobs' strong amateur background, Thurman expected a high-level chess match. Instead, Jacobs fought cautiously, throwing just enough punches to avoid being knocked out but never committing to win. He reacted to Canelo instead of making Canelo react to him. It was survival, not Victorian against Canelo. Survival is just a slow defeat. Many fighters lose to Canelo mentally long before they lose physically.
Canelo was feeling himself. Canelo had preparation. He had that head movement, losing to Floyd, this and that. He fought some flat-footed fighters. He got used to getting his head here and there and ducking down and then pulling out and spinning out and little tactics. I've never seen somebody make Danny Jacobs miss so many punches. It was highly impressive. I did not expect that, you know, because of the amateur pedigree growing up with Danny Jacobs. I know exactly what kind of New York fighter he is. And then the other one that surprised me in Canelo's career was when he defeated Larry Lara.
To explain this mental trap, Thurman recalls Canelo's fight with Erislandy Lara. On paper, Lara had the perfect style to beat Canelo. Great footwork, sharp jab, and technical skills. Thurman thought Lara would win easily, but Canelo won. Why? Lara had the tools, but he didn't use them with confidence. He hesitated, played safe, and let Canelo control the fight. Another talented fighter failed.
The other one that surprised me in Canelo's career was when he defeated Larry Lara. I'm not a betting man most of the times. I wasn't thinking about it much, but I did not give him a thought that he's got this fight. I'm like, nah, this is a bad setup. This boxer has what it takes to outbox a Canelo Alvarez. You can have what it takes. Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna execute? Are you gonna not be scared? Are you gonna not be timid? Are you gonna not waste time? So like I said about my statement for this fight, victory comes in preparation.
Thurman realized something important. It's not just about having the skills. To beat Canelo, it's about having the courage to use them for all 12 rounds. That's why he thinks Terence "Bud" Crawford is different. Thurman says Crawford's path to victory depends on tactics and discipline, not power. Trying to overpower Canelo is pointless. Fighters like GGG couldn't even drop him. Instead, Crawford must rely on high boxing IQ and patience. Thurman believes everything starts with one weapon, the jab. If Crawford establishes his jab early, controls distance, and dictates the pace, he has the blueprint to win, just like Floyd Mayweather and Mitri Bivol did. The goal isn't to knock Canelo out, but to outbox him, frustrate him, and score points. The big question is whether the extra weight Crawford gains will make him stronger or slow him down.
you hurt the gorilla neck boy, you know?
Don't rely on that.
He's hard to hurt, man. He's hard to hurt.
Don't rely on hurting Canelo. I think
That's what I'm saying. Triple G didn't drop him. All these fighters been hitting him.
Take a page from Bivol and Mayweather. What they do is they fought behind the jab. They kept their distance. They've used the entire ring. And that's something that he can bring to the table. Use that distance from
Bivol
both
backed him up, though.
But the funny thing is, with the extra body weight, is he agile?
Yeah.
Is the footwork going to be able to move, still use the ring, and as those later rounds, round 7,
that's what I said to you last week, 14 pounds matters.
9, 10, you know, as the pressure continues. You know, the other thing too is Canelo lost a little bit of his bite. He hasn't been tremendously, you know, devastating and taking people out. So that helps, that reestablishes the fight and is in Bud Crawford's favor there, you know?
Thurman also notices a change in Canelo. The ruthless finisher who once hunted knockouts now often fights for safe points wins. For Thurman, this makes Canelo more vulnerable. A less aggressive Canelo gives someone like Crawford more room to think, move, and execute a tactical plan. In the later rounds, especially from round 7 to 12, Crawford's superior conditioning and speed could take over if he survives the early storm.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimov.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power. And 3 more divisions, two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So
as long as Crawford stays away and just box.
Not everyone agrees. Fighter Brian Mendoza thinks the size difference is too much for Crawford to overcome. He says Crawford started at lightweight, and now jumping up to face a naturally bigger man like Canelo is a huge risk. Mendoza believes that once Canelo's heavy punches land, the fight will change quickly. This makes the matchup exciting, skill versus size. Canelo has even sparred with Jaron Boots Ennis, one of the most dangerous young fighters today. Keith Thurman praised this move as world-class preparation. Ennis is an excellent switch hitter, just like Crawford, which makes him the perfect sparring partner. Skate, this shows Canelo is taking the fight seriously. He's not overconfident. He's preparing for Crawford's style, solving the puzzle in training so he won't be surprised on fight night. It proves Canelo is
Now it's here, Keith. You ready?
Man? Yeah, of course, baby. Going this way? Yeah, man. You know, it's a fight you ain't gonna want to miss, man. One time back. I told you the comeback 2025 is the key.
What do you think about Ennis joining Canelo for the Crawford camp?
Hey, good stuff.
You think that matters?
That's beautiful. Anywhere. That's beautiful, man. You know, when you
It's a good move.
that's world class. That's, you know, I mean, it's the best switch hitter he can get. That's not his opponent, you know. It's champions working with champions, you know. In the modern day and age, man, you don't get that a lot, you know. It reminds me back when I was supposed to fight Mark with Maidana, and I got Sean Porter for sparring.
Thank you, boss. You're the best.
You know, so I like
Keith Thurman himself. He's not just a retired commentator, he's still an active fighter, and has even called out Crawford by breaking down how to beat Canelo. Thurman might also be sending a message, showing his own boxing IQ.